How are we feeling? What are those win cons that I like to hear from you?
Late game. Talia, 4 items you need. Yunara, late game. Lulu, late game. Aphelios, late game.
Time, but JJ is going to have a lot more power compared to that Wukong. The Vi with that Vault Breaker can make things happen. No ultimate needed.
Croco is here first, though. JJ hasn't pathed down. It's going to be a flip around the scuttle, though. Missing has rotated up and will spot the ward, but JJ walking in.
Okay, going to reward. Croco does not have smite, neither does JJ. It's Erha and Elk. They're trying to move on up here. The hook lands onto Erha. They're trying to burn through the Lulu first. There's the double Graviton root, and that's enough to set up Croco to grab first blood. 1xN gets himself out of dodge, and now JJ doesn't have the spells to come back up. 1xN gets his revenge, and it's a beauty of a start here for LNG. They even get Elk flash over the fat wall as the cherry on top to a 2-0 start.
Yeah, Croco did use ult there, but LNG with missing rotating up to the mid lane, 1xN taking over the top lane are way stronger around these grubs. Looks like Croco, nice shove.
All right, missing, he does have to flash out of the seismic shove, so we're getting that really valuable summoner spell coming off of a lot of champions at about the same time. And at the same time, as this grub spawn, JJ has the support of Erha and Zika. Ooh, that grub resetting, though, is pretty painful. I think the ultimate advantage for JJ is what's really assuaging LNG from committing to this one, but they'll be happy to take this time because Sheer on that Rumble that you highlighted, I mean, what, couple of wave advantage, 2 solo plates. This is a very, very strong Rumble.
The JJ cover of this top lane dive. If Sheer, no flash, no ult, he needs to be aware that this is a potential.
Nice, Sheer. Yeah, you even see Xiaohu's off the map at this point. So alarm bells have to be ringing, missing both of those 2 members. Dragon secured for Croco. Yeah, it's plates for Elk and Erha, but it's really big there for Sheer to keep himself protected.
And both Xiaohu and JJ aware of that. Bulldog will play very safe here, but Weibo still hunting. Might just be a dragon for Herald trade. No, Croco's up in the top lane. They want the Herald.
All right, he's going to find the ward in the pit as well. Immediately starts up the Herald. Both top laners going to have access to... Oh, actually, I think that's TP advantage here for Sheer for the time being. Wonder how much that assuages Weibo from trying to contest this Herald as it is rapidly depleting its health bar. First roam over for the bot lane as well. You got JJ in the back of the pit. There's the Weaver's Wall from Xiaohu. They're going to separate everybody. Croco on one side, the rest of LNG on the other, but they don't snap engage. Charm lands on Erha. Amelia has to commit the flash. No seismic shove on the missing. Croco doesn't want to let this thing load up for a 50-50. It's JJ that goes for it, but it's Croco that secures it. Vault Breaker's in after Croco, but that's a one-way mission. JJ goes down first, and look at Sheer burn down the bot lane. Boom goes the dynamite just like that. It's a 5-0 ace for LNG.
Klein. Croco plays this bait where he's pulling JJ in around the Herald, and yeah, he flips it and gets it. That's great, but he's pulling the front line away from Weibo as LNG is circling around behind. We'll watch when we get into this replay, hopefully, but as soon as Weibo are too far forward and Rumble TP's in, what?
Do not give this man Rumble on blue side, all right? Do not give this man Rumble on blue side. It's a lesson that the Demacia Cup teams are having to learn, but again, it's just so awesome to see already the evolution of Bulldog and Croco together. I got to start. Is there a way for me to gamble against my caster curse? Can we get that online? Was I just
pretty bad.
Sheer? Oh, man.
That's pretty bad.
That's the second bad one today, J. Benno.
LNG, they don't want to leave that just. The hook goes wide, but missing nearly protected him.
Import. And then now we have Croco and Bulldog. Again, I want to put the asterisk. It is Demacia Cup, but Croco and Bulldog coming on in here is the lesser talked about imports onto a mid-jungle team's slots. And they are impressing so far, especially in this stage 2.
Oh, could be a tower. Again, Sheer playing the weak side so well. Very aware. Does he have ult? He can ult the wave here. That's so well played from Sheer. Even if you lose the tower, you collect a lot of that gold. You don't die on the weak side. Your team is up in top, breaking open a tier 2. That is very good for LNG.
It's
Bulldog as well, remember, did not have a good year in 2025. Again, it's really hard to have a good year when you're on DNF and looking as bad as he did, but Weibo trying to find something back here with the Atacon, but LNG just keep going forwards.
Okay, they're gonna. It's a gold for experience trade here, right? They're not gonna get here in time for the Atacon. I'd like to think Sheer is playing a madman, just running right at JJ.
Oh my God!
JJ, hold on. Oh my God!
No way!
finds the Octagon! Nothing going right for Weibo. They thought they had themselves an experience for gold trade, but they just got scammed. How close we are to some serious item disadvantages. There already are some in the jungle position, obviously that full item up, but LNG are going to likely spike onto these 3 item slots on like Aphelios and this Rumble right as this Baron comes up, Jay Beto.
Yeah, Weibo in full defensive mode here, bringing out their defensive playbook. Maybe a little cheeky stay here in the brush, but I don't think they know LNG are 5 strong waiting to find you.
Even further. Listen, there's been a lot of roster swapping going on, but there are few, if not any other teams that have swapped out all 5 members from their 2025 campaign. That is what LNG has done. So to see 5 members, including 2 imports, come in and already synergize like this, I wonder how much that really does speak to Missing taking on this leadership role on this new team. Again, Missing, if you think back to his career, has never been the like sole veteran, the sole leading voice on a team like it really feels like he will be for LNG. He's certainly the oldest member of this team. That's never happened for him in his very long career.
Blue Orb will spot out LNG. They're not on the Baron, but Missing constantly driving forward, misses the hook. That's one of not many misses this game, but everything. I mean, he's around the Baron first, pulling 1xN in, setting up or setting a bait here, and look at LNG. Wherever they move, they're always together. They've got a plan. They're spread out in a way that it's cohesive for a team fight. Croco, too far forward, doesn't get caught out, backs off early because his team is backing off. They're all on the same page here, LNG are. Bulldog is pushed in the bot wave. They'll be losing a lot of gold. Weibo will be losing lots of waves here, and unless Weibo can somehow pull Baron, you can never walk in bot side here.
Missing. Oh,
that's a great hook.
Immediately, Zika's got to tank that, but instead the cleanser goes down, and that's immediately trigger pulled. Croco goes towards Elk, but it's actually Bulldog running down at Xiaohu. They have to get the wild growth on top of the Talia, but they've already cut down Elk. Shear's in a very advantageous 1v1 with JJ. The Vault Breaker into that seismic shove. You needed that combo earlier, Weibo. It's too little, too late by this point into the game, and LNG might not even need Baron. They've got the wave knocking on the inhibitor door. It's only Erhan to stand in the way of a dominating start to this series from LNG.
And Slayer, we were talking about this series being exciting and super close, and it is exciting. LNG, they playing so beautifully, but it's not close.
Not close at all. Our quickest game of the day. 27.5 minutes. LNG with a statement start to a very important Group B series.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.